Hey everyone, welcome to Let's Build. Today we are going to build an elf on a shelf. I'm also going to give you a couple more options of elves that you can use in your giant builds or your Christmas builds, so stay tuned. Here's a picture of the Elf on the Shelf book written by Carol Abersold and Chanda Bell. And sitting on the book package is the actual Elf on the Shelf that the parents use to put around the house. If you're not familiar with it, you can go online, take a look for it. And if you are, we're going to recreate this dude in Minecraft blocks starting now. As you can see, I already have a shelf underneath. I'm going to be uploading this schematic for the elf on my Patreon, and I will include the entire shelf that is supposed to be underneath the elf as part of a bonus. That shelf was designed by AKA Plays Minecraft, and down below you can find her Twitch channel. I want to give her a special shout out. I think the shelf is amazing. It's actually cool because you can put a whole Christmas village on it. All right, so we started out with some quartz, nether quartz for his little collar there, and I'm using white terracotta for a flesh-colored face. It looks, yeah, it doesn't look white. His eyes are kind of freaky. They're easy to make. Check out the end of this video for a quick tutorial on how to make his eyes. They are just banners. Be prepared though, if you're flying in on this thing or you're too far away, his eyes go blank and he looks super scary. Okay, we've got his little hair done there with his kind of hoop-de-doo colic curl in the front. It's not exactly like the elf, but hey, I'm an artist. I could take our artistic license, right? Here we're putting on the fuzzy white part of his cap. I really wish there were some white blocks that were actually white instead of the nether quartz that had slabs and stairs on them, because there are so many times when I'm building something white. So Minecraft, Mojang, Microsoft, get on that, please. And then I chose these red nether bricks because they do have slabs and stairs. It's kind of got an interesting texture to it as well, but I thought they looked really good as a stocking cap. This is the tail of the cap I'm going down, and the last little block down there is a bell. You can't see it very well, but I did stick one down there. And the tail on the cap could be longer or shorter depending on what you want. If you're building this, you do what you want. I keep misplacing the block here. I apologize for that. Gotta go at a different angle. And then I still misplaced it and then just left it there. Whatever, you don't need that block in the center. I was getting frustrated and just left it there. As I said, the schematic for this is going to be on my Patreon site. If you're a Patreon tier at the schematic level, you'd be able to get this. Otherwise, just follow along. You should be able to pause the video and build a very similar elf. And there's the bell I was talking about. Okay, we're going to start on his back. Right here. We're going to kind of have him hugging this shelf, as you saw in the picture. There's his belt. Now, I did make this in creative, okay? And I know that there's some expensive bricks here. Well, not expensive, but, you know, you do have to go to the nether to make this guy if you're doing it in survival. He can be done in survival. Be very useful to have elytra or, you know, scaffolding if you were going to build him in survival. About 90% of what I build in survival. But then if I record a Let's Build, I do it in creative so that you can see it much quicker without me having to hop up and down and sleep and that kind of stuff. And here we're getting his leg to wrap around. I apologize how derpy I look building in creative. Like I said, I don't usually build in creative, so it's a little bit different animal building in creative and in survival. And there we want his little elf shoe to flip up like that, so that's why I had the wool there. At this scale, his hands don't have a ton of definition. But he's so far off the ground that, you know, perhaps it won't bother you. Feel free to make him at a bigger scale and then send me a picture of him. I'd love to see it. I mean, he's done. It was quick. There he is. I think he looks so good. Yeah, you know, he's got the pointy ears and stuff, and it would look great on a bigger scale, but I think, you know, for a small scale build, it's not really small scale. You could have him wrapped around a pole or a different kind of shelf, or, you know, wrapped around the top of a mountain. It'd look good there too. All right, let's make this dude's eyes. We got to remember that they're pointing down and to the left. What we're going to do is go down to our loom here and click on it. Stick a white banner in there. Stick some brown dye. And we look for the one with the little square pointing down and left. And ba-boom. I guess you could have done both of them at the same time. There. Super simple, super easy. Don't be intimidated by the loom. Play with it, have some fun. And there you go, you got his eyes. I'm gonna quickly show you 2 ways to tweak this elf to make him your own, or to make him look like your favorite elf. As you can see here, this guy's basically the same design. I did change his eyes a little bit. He's got wool instead of the nether brick, red nether bricks. And then he's got this greenish coppery thing going on for his suit and black shoes. So this is a more traditional, typical elf right here, not the elf on the shelf. He's bald. That's fine. And this guy right here is based on the Rankin Bass Rudolph stop motion video that's on every year in the United States. He's got the tooth in his hand because Dennis wanted to be a dentist. This one is a little different hat than the other two because that's what Rankin and Bass put him in. But he's still just as cute, I think. And so that's 3 options of elf that you can use just by changing some of the blocks out. If you do decide to do one of these elves or a different elf using this same basic structure, I'd love you to tweet them at me. My Twitter's right here. And let me know how you're doing. If you have different elves, I'd love to see them as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.